Hey guys, it's Sherry from justsherry.com here, and I'm going to teach you a meditation trick that I like to use to turn my brain off when it won't let me sleep. So I think all of us are probably well versed in insomnia. Everybody's had a bout of insomnia at least some point in their life where they can't fall asleep. Now, admittedly, I'm a very lucky and annoying person. I tend to lie in bed, and as soon as my head hits the pillow, good night, I'm out. But from time to time, I have trouble falling asleep at night just like anybody else does, because the brain kicks in and starts going blah, 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 talking to you instead of letting you sleep. More often, for myself, I might find that I wake up to use the washroom, and in that 2 minutes it takes to walk down the hall and back, my brain clicks on and starts telling me everything I need to worry about. And then I find I can't fall back to sleep, 2-3 hours before I need to get up for the day. Either way, whether it's just going to bed or going back to bed, it's incredibly frustrating to lie there knowing you need to sleep and not being able to. The problem there is that the more frustrated you get, the more of a vicious cycle it becomes, and you'll have less and less chance of falling asleep. I like to use a little meditation technique. Meditation calms the mind down, and that's exactly what you need to do when your brain won't calm down enough to let you sleep. So when I have these times where I can't sleep, this is what I do, and I'd like you to give it a try if you're having trouble sleeping too. So stay in bed, get yourself as comfortable as you can, and visualize yourself walking into a room. The room is fairly empty, there's not much in it. There's a coffee table with a box on it and a cushion on the floor. It's not hot or cold, and it's nice and quiet, and nobody will disturb you here. Close the door behind you. Take the box off the table and sit on the cushion. The box can look like whatever you want it to. In my meditation, it's wooden and it's nicely carved and just visually appealing to me. Sit down on the cushion and put the box on your lap. Take the lid off, and inside there will be however many compartments you need depending on how many things are racing through your head. Now I want you to visualize a piece of paper appearing in your hands with words written on it describing what is worrying you. So let's say you're stressed out because you have to give a presentation to your boss tomorrow at work, and you're anxious about it, you're not comfortable speaking in front of others, you're not sure you're prepared, whatever the case might be. Visualize those words. So you've got a piece of paper in your hands, and it says work presentation, nervous, unprepared, uncomfortable with public speaking. It's written down on paper now. Read it, fold it in half, and put it into your compartment inside your box. If that's the only thing that has been stressing you out, you're done. Otherwise, if there's other things, because sometimes one problem triggers another, keep going with as many issues as you need to get out of your brain. So let's say you're also stressed out because you've got a few bills coming at the end of the month, but your pay wasn't as high this week and you're stressed out about bills. Visualize a piece of paper again, and the words on there might say something like finances, bills, money. Read them, fold it in half, put it in its own compartment in the box. Now keep going. If you've got 5 or 6 things on your mind, get them all out. Write them down by visualizing them on this paper. Fold each paper in half and put it in its own compartment. Once you're done, take the lid, put it back on the box, and lock it. Put the box back on your coffee table, sit back down on your cushion, and I want you to visualize yourself closing your eyes and sitting up tall and saying, "These thoughts no longer bother me. I no longer need to worry about them. I no longer need to stress about them. They are all filed away in this box, and I can look at them tomorrow when it's a more appropriate time to think about them, when it's a more appropriate time to take action for them. They no longer need to trouble me. They no longer need to keep me awake. They're written down and put away for another day." Now visualize yourself getting up off the cushion, open the door, walk back out, close the door behind you, and visualize yourself walking back and getting back into bed. Now that you're lying in bed, you can remind yourself that all of your thoughts that were keeping you awake, that were stressing you out, are in that other room over there, locked away in your box. They're not forgotten. They're just put away, filed away like a filing cabinet. Again, if you don't regularly practice meditation, you might be thinking, Yeah, this sounds a little bit hokey, but you would be surprised how well it works. Your mind is really able to make a reality out of the things that you visualize. So if your brain that has been stressed out and has been churning its wheels while you're trying to sleep now really visualizes and believes that those papers exist, even though they're not tangible, even though you can't actually hold them in your hands, that box is not real. In that part of your brain, they absolutely are real. And now your brain knows that they're there to be taken care of later, and it can let go and let yourself sleep. So, if you think that this is something that might be useful for you, feel free to give me a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Let me know, is this something you're going to try? What keeps you awake at night? What is stressing you out so much that you can't sleep? And if you've given it a try, let me know, did it work for you? Did you find it beneficial? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Also, before you leave, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. I'll be having a lot more tips like these, tips on dealing with different causes of anxiety, as well as yoga and maybe some recipes, and you're not going to want to miss those, so subscribe so you don't miss any new videos. If you know somebody that's having trouble sleeping at night, and I think we all do, share this video on Twitter, on Facebook, on Google+, wherever you hang out, so that somebody else might have a chance of getting a good night's sleep. I also have a mailing list. If you'd like to receive regular tips from me right to your inbox about the same topics, anxiety, yoga, fitness, food, other fun things, head on over to justsherry.com and sign up for my mailing list. I would love to be able to communicate with you over there. And in the meantime, have a wonderful day, and more importantly, get a good night's sleep tonight. Bye. You know how incredibly frustrating it is to try to lie there in bed going to sleep. That doesn't make any sense.